Hey everybody, Mike from United in Strength here, and thank you for watching. So I made a video yesterday talking about my opinions so far on Jim Wendler's 531 Boring But Big because I did my first cycle of that. And yesterday marked my deload week, meaning that this is my last week of this particular cycle. So I gave a few thoughts about it, and I said that I was going to dedicate this episode to sumo deadlifting because I decided to try the sumo deadlift form. I tested it out using my warm-up sets and the drop sets for boring but big. And why did I choose to do sumo deadlifting, or at least give it a shot, is because I felt the change of pace would be good for my lower back with the pounding it had been taking between the heavy deadlifting and the heavy squats and other things such as good mornings or whatever the hell I was doing to get ready for my last competition. Because sumo deadlifting, the lower back is not supposed to be engaged at all, really. It's all glutes and hips, and even legs and your traps, because you're getting really in there. And so I had a few issues when I first started sumo deadlifting, and because I was doing my workouts at 5 in the morning, and I had to be out of the house for work by 7, I really had no time to film anything until today, because I had off today. But I will say this, I noticed right away that I could not, I don't know if it's a mobility issue or it's just my lankiness, because sumo deadlifting is often recommended for lifters that aren't as lanky as me. Think the Dan Greens of the world, okay? So, and most likely because of my leverages, I have really long arms. Conventional deadlift has always been recommended for long-armed lifters, and long-leg lifters for that matter, because that's me, to a T. Having said that, I went as wide as I was told to go, which is both feet practically being at both ends of the bar, and it put too much of a strain, forget a pull, a strain on my lower back, and that meant I went too far. So I reduced the distance to more of an Ed Cohn type of narrow stance sumo deadlift, with my legs and therefore my feet being at the part of the bar where the knurling begins past shoulder width, and I seemed to be okay. I was using that from, again, my warm-up sets, which is 140, 180, and then 220, and then the drop sets, which are 30% of my 1 rep max. My 1 rep max is 405, my 30% is 120 pounds. There shouldn't be a problem at all, and I had no problem until today. I did my 3 warm-ups, and it was a deload week. So I decided that I was going to film this. I go in there, and it was very crowded for a Monday morning at 10 o'clock. A Monday. So I did my first 3 sets, and then when it died down a bit, and then a couple of boxes for box jumping and box squats came back, I decided to use a platform. One of those is a platform for my phone, and I could film my drop sets. And I was thinking about something, and maybe I got conscious because I was filming myself this time. Because when I was doing the warm-up sets, I have to admit I wasn't really paying attention. So I don't know if my knees were out properly the way they're supposed to. I know my feet were out properly, but I think my left foot was out more than 20 or 30 degrees. Your feet can't be straight. Your feet have to be out, but they can't be duck-footed. They can't be at that 45-degree angle. 30 degrees, 20 degrees, that's acceptable. But you cannot keep them straight, and you cannot keep them duck feet. You need them at a point where it feels like you could split the ground like a conventional deadlift, or even a squat for that matter. So I looked at my videos. I'm not going to post all the videos in this video. I'm just going to do the last set of 120 for 10. I did 5 sets of 120 for 10. That's cardio. Trust me on that one. And basically, you could see for yourself, and I'm open to all criticisms from those who do sumo deadlifting a lot more than I ever have. I looked at the video. The knees appeared to be right. The feet appeared to be right. I feel like maybe my hips didn't go in as much as I should have. Although I'm wondering if maybe I should just give sumo deadlift. I should just forget about sumo deadlifting because I'm noticing a lot more pain lately in my hip flexors than I would have before I started this. I mean, between doing low bar squatting, which puts the stress right on the hips, and this, I halfway wonder if I'm making a mistake. We'll see. I mean, I definitely think I'm gonna give sumo deadlifting, at least for the warm ups and the drop sets, one more cycle to test it out. And if I feel like it's something I want to do, then the next cycle after that, I will commit strictly to sumo deadlifting. If not, I'll just stick with conventional. So that's all I have to say for now. Again, thanks for watching. You could find me on Tumblr and Instagram, United in Strength. You could also email me, unitedstrength16@gmail.com. And you can also find me on WordPress. Everything will be in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Here's my last set. You let me know what you think.